What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Now, after 3 losses on the trot, not as the captain, we have been reinstated. We are now the captain of Lahore once again. Now, this game here actually is very crucial. So after losing those 3 games on a trot, we currently are now tied, I believe, but the top 3 teams are on 4 wins and 3 losses. Now, we're playing Karachi here today, and if we do happen to lose, we could potentially drop out of the top 3. We could potentially miss out on a semi-final spot. So there is a lot of pressure on this game here for us to get the win. We're now the captain, as I did just state. So hopefully we can go and just play a good knock. Just get a good captain's knock in there and try and see us through. A win is going to see us probably finish as the minor premiers, depending on other results. But it's going to a win will probably see us finish in the top 2, which really I think we deserve after the start to the season that we did have. We really did deserve to do a whole lot better. Since we got sacked as the captain, things for Lahore have just gone downhill badly. Like, I think we possibly lost 1 game as skipper. And then to lose the other 2. But to start the season 4-0 and then lose your next 3 is just absolutely clinical. So that is something, you know, we need a win in this game. It's vitally important that we do manage to somehow get ourselves in. I did make 1 change to the side because I am the captain. I can change the playing team. Oh, what a shot! Straight through the fielder. We'll take that, boys. That is a much-needed boundary, and that's a good over from us there. But made 1 change. Brought Ali in. I can't remember who for. I brought him in for someone. I'm still playing Fizz. But yeah, we did make that change just to try and move things along and get, you know, just get something, get a change, get a bit more strength into our bowling, because that has been the issue. Like, we've been setting decent totals and scoring decent scores, but we just haven't been able to defend it as a bowling unit. So hopefully today there is a change in that and we can just somehow pick up something. Now, this is the same bowler as before. If he manages to bowl it quite wide like that, I can go and cream it through there. It may not have the timing to go all the way. It is going to be stopped just short of the rope, but we will come back for a well-run 3. Probably with the throw, we could have come back and ran the 4, but we didn't want to run ourselves out. Give Bravo as much strike as well. And James Vince, the Englishman, having a bowl. I can't remember James Vince ever bowling, to be honest. Possibly in domestic cricket he has, but well, I guess this is domestic cricket when you think about it, isn't it? But I've never seen him bowl in franchise T20. That's probably a better way to put it. But we have lost Bravo. We do still have 140 runs on the board. And we're going to sneak... Whew, I was going to say, sneak through for the single. Only just. The run out was definitely on. But we just need to get some boundaries in these last few. Get us up towards that 160, 170. And then we are going to be in with a shot. That will surely be a wide, and surely it will be rebowled, and that is just what we want to see. So I'm just trying to think. Over mid-wicket really is probably our go-to area if we do get it on the pads. It's a nice shot actually for 2. Just punched off the back foot. The fielding, and I've been over this before, and a lot of people said in the comments, you know, Cliffy, you do realise you're playing the Pakistani Super League, and Pakistan is not a country very well renowned for their fielding in cricket. So no offence to any Pakistanis or anything like that, but some of the fielding has just been absolutely atrocious. Like, we've had chances dropped really, really badly, and it's affected our wickets and it's affected the games as well. So it's not a bad thing as a batter, because you can go and obviously pick away at some runs where needed, but they have changed that field just a little bit. I do think that point fielder is still in there, so if we do get it wide enough, we can look to go past him and pick ourselves up some runs that way. We do have 1 over left to go. A gully and a 3rd man, a fine leg, a square leg, a deep mid wicket, a deep mid on. Right, I think we're just going to have to go bid now, or at least try and get Rizwan on strike. And it's a nice wee little seamer there from James Vince. Something, you know, I don't know if James Vince, some English fans let me know, can James Vince actually bowl? scurry through. Take the single, get Rizwan on strike. 29 off 11 the bloke is, and doing a very good job, very adequate job at this stage. But we do need more. This has been a good last over from Vince. Vince has actually bowled surprisingly well, and that one there we have just dragged to the leg side. That probably was the ball that needed to go and be flicked off the pads down to fine leg or even deep square leg. But instead we did try and play it over the cover region and just dragged it down to that man on the boundary. So we go for 16 off 14, but we do a fairly decent job. You know, we get the team to 170, and it just depends really what they are at the moment. So they need 124, so we get 174 to finish off. 90 deliveries left to go, and we are actually still in the power play, would you believe it? Current run rate of 10, required run rate only 8, so we are going to have to bowl probably at our economical best today, and probably take some wickets as well to see this Lahore side through, because man, if we miss out on the semi-finals here, or miss out on a top 2 spot, I'm pretty sure top 4 go through, and there are only 5 teams in the comp. So, if you missed out, you would feel a little bit hard done by. In saying that, we really should have done a lot better job than we have done. I mean, to start the season off, as I said, start the season off 4-0, and then bloody just capitulate, pretty much. Kind of like New Zealand last night. So that's another thing I'm going to talk about. Champions Trophy that did take... Oh, hang on. What field have we got here? A deep point. This is perfect. This is like a first class field that I would love to use. Especially to Joe Root. Oh! And we get the edge, would you believe? First ball. And it's just fallen short. That is unbelievable. The plan almost coming into effect. But yeah, New Zealand capitulating. Playing England. Joe Root, obviously, who is on here at the moment. But New Zealand had them, I don't know if it's the New Zealand lineup. I did say how good it was with the power hitters and stuff like that, but it just didn't seem to work. The bowling options didn't get done, and batting-wise, we did struggle just a little bit. That one there's not going to struggle. It's going to go 1 bounce for 4. That's not a great way to finish the over. It has only gone for 6, which is below that asking rate. But it was looking so good up until then. So hopefully we can come back. But yeah, England scoring 300 odd. And yeah, I think they did get over 300. I think Butler had a 50. Hales must have gone close. I was watching Hales bat, Hale and Root. I know Root got one. But yeah, scoring around that 300 mark. Keeping New Zealand to about 230, which with the power lineup and the batting lineup that they do have, is probably a little bit of a disappointment for us. Like I would have expected a little bit better from the Kiwis in that situation. It does make it very difficult for them to qualify for the semi-finals. They now basically will require other results to go their way. So I think in the way that pool's going at the moment, England are already through. They're on 4 points. Australia are next on 2. So even if Australia... Well, pretty much this is how the situation unfolds for any New Zealand, Australian, English or Bangladeshi fans. So England are through to the semis. No results in the next lot of games can affect that. If New Zealand beat Bangladesh, then New Zealand need England to beat Australia, which would leave Australia on 2 points because of their 2 washouts. It would leave New Zealand on 3 points with 1 washout, 1 win and 1 loss, and it would leave Bangladesh on 1. Now, if Bangladesh beat New Zealand, then they need the same thing to happen. They need England to beat Aussie to secure themselves a spot in the top. So essentially that New Zealand versus Bangladesh game is almost an essential quarterfinal for both of those teams. And if Australia want to make it in, they need to beat England. So it is... You know, it's very interesting the way it has panned out, I guess you would say. And I mean, the weather hasn't helped. The weather definitely hasn't helped one little bit. So it is going to be interesting to see what does happen. And then obviously, if Australia beat England, then the New Zealand and Bangladesh result doesn't matter one bit. So I think that game possibly is happening first before that one there. But I think as a New Zealand fan, and you know, looking at our side, obviously first major tournament without Brendan McCullum, always going to be difficult. But looking at the side, and especially the way we've been playing lately, like we've been playing good, aggressive cricket. And you would expect, you know, to do a bit better. When you look at Martin Guptill is one of the best one-day openers in the world at the moment. Kane Williamson, one of the best batters in the world. You've got Trent Bolt, who's a number one-day bowler for a while. Adam Milne bowling his pace, his speed, his heat. And Tim Southey obviously been very good. Mitchell Santner's been good as well. He was good in the tournament before. I know it was only against Ireland and Bangladesh, but he was very good in that warm-up series. And, you know, the other guys, I mean, the middle order players went and they're in pretty good form. Corey Anderson coming off some IPL experience. And, you know, I really did just expect better. But first major tournament without Brendan McCullum. Weather didn't help us against the Australians. We were probably on the front foot in that game. And to finish up in that situation where rain affected it. And it is a bit sad when it comes down to, major tournaments and them being affected, I guess, by the rain. You know, cricket obviously is not the winner on the day. The weather is the winner, which is a shame. You know, everyone wants to play and they want to get, you know, those full 3 games in. Because, you know, I think it would be very interesting if that did happen. I think, you know, had New Zealand carried on, had they beat Australia, then things, you know, it would have been interesting still going into that last game. It is still going to be interesting. And I'm not too sure what's happening in the other pool. I know South Africa have won, India beat Pakistan. I think they've only played 1 game each. So I'm not too sure who's playing tonight. But that will be a pretty crucial game. Just like that is a crucial wicket, boys. What a time to get it. Joe Root just chips it very nicely to Masood. And he's gone for 65. We've got a new batsman coming in now. And it is James Vince. So, you know, it's not as though they've lost any experience. James Vince, a very good 2020 player. But that is a big wicket. And that could potentially change the concept of this game. 50 needed off 32 now. A new man at the crease. If we get the bloke down the other end as well, then it will be very, very interesting, those last few overs. But with this being such a crucial game, we'll go and have a look. I did get comments in the last video about letting people know how I was getting on in the tournament and stuff like that. So I did try and talk about it a little bit at the start. And I did explain the situation a little bit, but I think after we've seen all the games and all the results, it is going to make it a lot easier. So that is our spell done and dusted. We finished, I believe, 1 for 10 off our 4 overs. So we've definitely gone and done our bit. However, I don't think it's enough. Karachi get up, win by 7 wickets, and this could prove to be very interesting in the space of the tournament. Sorry, we go for 1 off 11, and we get 16 off 14 with the bat. So we're doing our bit. You know, like, we're contributing. It's just the bowlers, for some reason or another, just aren't getting the job done. And it is a bit of a pain. It's a bit of annoyance, a bit of a nuisance. We've lost 4 on the trot now. We're 4-4 heading in. We're going into... I'm pretty sure we're going to make it into the semis. I don't think we can miss out because the team in 5th, they only had... I think they only had 2 wins, so I don't think they could catch us. We won't worry too much about that. We'll simulate forward to the next one. So as you can see, Lahore finishing 4th. We were 1st for most of the season. And why is this not coming up here? So yeah, here we go. So we finished 4th, 4-4. Karachi finished 2nd. And man, oh man. So we are coming up. We are playing United in the semi-final. Now that is 3 versus 4. So essentially we've got another 3 games if we manage to win. Can we turn it around? Can we finally break this 4-game losing streak? You guys will have to tune in on Friday and find out. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. I'm going to go grab myself some pineapple lumps, have a wee munch on them. Until next time, ka kite anoa. See you soon.